Good morning, guys. Hey, y'all. So, in this morning's video, I'm going to be setting up a new Coreldraw workspace. Um, this is for my people who have purchased Corel and are waiting on this video so that they can set up the workspace. I'm going to show you how to set your workspace up for success over here in Corel, and we're gonna put this thing on steroids. And so we're gonna jump right in to the Corel workspace, and let's see what monitor we are wanting to go with. I guess I will put you guys over to this side and we will work from this monitor. Let's see here. Let me do a side-by-side desktop, and I need to change the desktop. Second. Down desktop. Okay, so we are going to go with this desktop. Okay, and let's see what we can find here with this e-mute camera. I'll just stash me over in this little space here. But I do want to make sure before I get started on this video, or I just won't do it, is I need to make sure that we have, and we don't. You cannot see me. I definitely want to capture, hold on y'all, because I definitely need to capture the having an issue this morning. I need to be able to capture my mouse. Definitely want to capture my mouse on here, and as I'm looking now, it is not capturing the mouse. So, okay. So let me figure something out, y'all. Definitely want to capture my mouse. Capture the cursor. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Okay, now we're capturing the cursor. Okay, guys, so I'm working over here in Coreldraw this morning. Let me know as you guys come in. This video is a video that a lot of people have been waiting for me to do. Coreldraw is my preferred program for designing. I design everything that I do for my screen printing, for just everything that I do, y'all. One second. Fan is kind of loud in there. So just everything that I do, I design it over here at the 99.9% of everything over in Corel. This version of Corel I actually paid like $100 for off of Amazon. It is over in my Amazon store. It works exactly the same as as the program that's $500. It is the program that's $600. Same thing. Okay, so not only do I do screen printing, all of your digital work you can do your halftones. If you're doing DTF printing, you can actually go in and what you guys call, you guys don't call it halftoning, but it is halftoning, where you're breaking up and leaving a little space. Everything you need to do, you can do it over in this program. It's very, very similar to Illustrator. In my opinion, it's even better than Illustrator. It's a lot user friendlier. And so in lesson 1, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to set this up for designing. When you get your program, you're going to just get a program that's going to look like this. This is what your interface is going to look like. And you immediately want to go in and change out your interface. Now, I'm going to show you guys, because y'all know you never see me working with the interface like this. So I have several different interfaces, so this is going to switch over and show you another interface of mine. This is kind of what my interface looks like, but we're going to go in. I need to update it and put it on steroids. I have not updated it in a while, and so I want to go in and do some stuff and make it really user friendly. So let's just jump on into it and get it popping. So here we are. I'm going to go here. I'm going to select I want to go here to tools, and I want to go into options, and over here under options I'm going to do customization. And so you can leave this at 100%, or you can move it to 125. I wouldn't go scale my workspace higher than 125. Don't really worry about it right now, because you can go back and change it once we resize these toolbars. We're going to resize those. So I always like to work with a dark theme. In here, when you're working with a dark theme, this theme is pretty perfect because you're able to still do white and you're able to still do black. So this is one of my favorite themes here. If you wanted to change your border, you could definitely click on any of this and see that will change the border. But we're gonna go ahead and take this back to black. Okay, so that's that. Let's go into these command bars, and in your command bars, these are going to be all of these bars here. It's set global to small. I'm going to go ahead. You can set it to medium, or you can set it to large. This makes this up here small, medium, large, right? So I'm going to set mine to medium. I think medium is the perfect size for it to be. And then as style goes, you can go image only. You can go caption only, which is the words only, or you can go caption and image to the with the words next to the image. This is good for when you don't know, what you want. Me, I just keep it on the default. I'm good, and I can just read what's up there, and you're gonna be fine. Okay. So that's that. Let's go here to, in here, we could click on some different things. Here on our menu bar, this is our bar, and we have certain things that are set here, up here, our toolbox and all of that. We could add zoom up here, a zoom toolbar, if we wanted to, but we have zoom over there. So this standard toolbar is pretty good to go. You really don't have to change anything here. So let's go down here into commands, and I'm going to jump down to my color palette, because that's the first thing that I like to do. Is I like to make sure that my color palette has wide borders and a wide swatch, and I'm going to hit OK. And then that's going to make that get a little bit bigger. Now, I may want that to be even larger, but I guess for this particular screen that I'm on, that's pretty good. Okay, so now after I've done this, I can go over here, and with this bar right here, I have different little things here. Let me click this plus size right here, because I like to organize this bar. This bar, first we have our pick tool. That's how you're going to select things. You don't want to change anything on the pick tool bar. The next bar you'll have here will be your edit bar, and on each one of these bars, as you can see, as I'm clicking the bar, you get these little dropouts that pop out. This is lesson one, so I'm not going to go into everything, but this allows you to work with your shapes and smooth and edit things, roughen things up. We have, so on each little bar, you will have different things that will pop out. Some of these things you need, some of these things you don't. So let's go back and click that, and we're back over here to where we can check them. So going through our crop tools, we like our zoom, we want our zoom. When it comes to our curve tools, I like to leave the curve tool on. At the very top button here, if I uncheck that, that moves this tool. So the very top bar, if you uncheck anything at the very top bar, it removes the whole bar. So don't really mess with that too much, right? Unless you want to remove the whole bar at the top. If you don't want to remove the whole bar, then select certain things within it. Okay, so one thing that I do not use here is a 3-point curve. I never use that. Freehand 2-point curve, Bezier, the pen, the base line, and the polyline you may end up using. When it comes to drawing tools, you're going to leave your drawing tools because you're definitely going to need them, especially if you have a tablet. You would be able to draw directly in Corel with the tablet mode or touchscreen mode, and you just get a pen so that you're able to do that. So that's really, really cool. Here I have rectangle tools, and those are off because I don't really use rectangle tools when designing. You can always leave stuff on, off, go back in, and mess with this stuff. Now when it comes to shapes here, I'm going to take this polygon off because I don't really use that, but I do use the star. I don't use the spiral. I use common shapes, the impact tool, and I'll leave the graph paper on. Just in case I want to do a graph online, which I don't really normally do, but I'll just leave it on for now. When it comes to tools, tables, you may possibly want to leave a table on. If you design like flyers for, let's say, for example, you're doing like a grid, you're going to do a flyer and you need to have different tables with columns in it, then you would leave that on. Me, I'm going to turn it off because, like I said, I'm normally designing for what I'm designing for. Now when it comes to these dimensional tools, these are things that you can use if you create patterns, if you are a person who sews and you do all of your own like patterns for clothing. This is great to use. I used to use this whenever I was doing patterns. If you're doing any type of perspective renderings, anything where you need angles and stuff like that, you can leave that on, but I turned that dimensional tool off. And the reason I turn these tools off, y'all, is because I'm going to put a bunch of stuff on this over here. And so I need only the specific things that I need to be using, right? So here we have connector tools. And this just connects one thing to another. We're not playing Lego, we're designing, so I'm going to turn that off. And then I have effect tools. You definitely want to leave all of the effects on. You want to leave transparency on. You definitely want your eyedropper and everything else here. Now we have our outline tools here. That was off. I'm going to turn it on. You can use outline from over here from this menu, and you'll also be able to use outline from the top bar. But we're going to go ahead and leave this on over here for this video because it's a quick and easy way to deal with this bar. Okay, so now we can actually go in. We have that, and we can click this command bar and we can customize some things if we'd like to customize some things. Let me see. I don't want to take y'all too fast. What I want to do next is I want to go into, because after we have this, we're pretty much set. You could start working, but we want to take this to a whole nother level. You want to go in here to window and then go down to color palettes. under your color palettes, this is where you are able to open palettes, edit palettes, change palettes. And so here you see where you can add custom palettes, create palettes from documents, and all of that. I want to click here on palettes and I want to see what I have. So right now I have the default color palette, and I'm going to hit show by color. This is a RGB color palette. Okay. You may want CMYK, which here I'll show by names. Well, that is a CMYK. Let me see. Yep, that's a CMYK color palette, y'all. I thought it was the RGB. So that is the RGB, and the other one is the CMYK. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the color palettes because I want to import my own color palette. So we're just going to go back over here, and you can actually do it from here. I do believe, nope, you can't. Okay, so I want to import my own color palette, and the color palettes that I want to import. Well, first I do want, there is one color palette that I want over here. Let's see if, let's go over here, because back to our, whoa, I done clicked on some stuff, y'all. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I did all of those. How all of these color palettes got up here. Hold on, it's going crazy. Now, how did that happen? I know I did not click all those color palettes to open up. That's weird. Let me go to fit and see what happens. Hold on, y'all, because something is really tripping. There's no way that, let's hit close all color palettes and see what happens. It has to be the okay, now let's go to fit. No drawings. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we have all the color palettes closed. Let's go back in and try that again. Sometimes weird stuff happens when you know, dealing with stuff. Who knows? So let's go to palettes. We are actually wanting to look for spot color palette, and we actually, you always, when you're designing, you always want to have your Pantone color palette on, and I like Pantone solid. So let me see if I can get my Pantone right here, and I want my solid coated version of Pantones. Now, the reason that this is important is because when you are creating artwork, right, and someone sends you over a professional file, they're going to send you over a Pantone solid Pantone color palette, right? I normally have solid coated on. Sometimes you may have someone that sends you an uncoated Pantone color palette. You can always go back in here and turn that one on. But the one color palette that you always need on is your Pantone coated color palette. This is the palette that companies, corporations, anyone who is serious in business, this is the palette that they're going to have. So you definitely want it. Also notice, if you're into fashion and papers and dealing with paper products, you know, like the wrapping papers, things like that, and you're trying to match colors, you have colors here. You also even have metallics and shimmers off in here as a color palette. Okay, so that will help you with your color palette. So now we have this color palette here up. We're going to go ahead and push this over to the side. I'm going to take this color palette and move it here. This color palette, what I like to do with my Pantone color palette is I like to push it up, and you will see as this lights up, you see you can push it there. You can take your color palette and then you have to go here and drag it. You can push it at different places. I like mine to be in between my top two bars. We've got a bar here, we've got a bar here, and then we have a bar here. So I like mine to be in between here. And that is where I like for it to stay. You can take it and make 2 rows if you like. Now on your Pantone color palette, that's going to be the biggest palette you have ever seen in your life. Okay, so if you wanted to, let's say for example, you want to show by name of the color palette, here are all the names in this palette for you to see. Okay, so you can stroll here, down, up, however you want to do. In the event that, let's say, you need to see the whole palette, you can always drag your palette out and do this number, drag it up and down, and you will see what I'm seeing now. Tons and tons and tons and tons of colors. This is why this is the one that you want. Okay, enough on the Pantone color palette. Let me pop that baby back where I want it. Okay, so you always want this Pantone color palette. So we have that color palette there that we're going to work with. Now, most of the time when people send you stuff, they're going to send you stuff over in RGB and all of that. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to actually go here to color palettes, and I want to open a color palette, and I don't have anything there. So let's see here. I need to import one, y'all. I'll go here to not to the editor. I'm going to have to import a color palette into that where I want that to be. So let's see. Corel contents, color palettes. Okay, let's see here. I believe I may have, do we see macros here? Let me figure out where I have this other color palette at, and Gilding color swatches. Let's see if this is it. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so it's going to be, let me go here to hit macros. Go to my macros, and over in Corel. Okay, Corel content. Y'all give me a second. I just saw the stuff. Let's do it again. And my macros, Corel macros. So, do we have Gilding colors? Okay. So I want to install my Gilding color palette. Let me look at this here. Real quick. Okay. So here is a color palette that I created from the Gilding t-shirt colors, and you can go in and you can do this too. This is a Gilding color palette which tells you all of the hexachrome and the Pantone colors that will match these colors. So what I did is I created a color palette for that, which we are going to import in here soon as I find it, y'all. Soon as I find it. Let's see here. Oh, I know where it's going to be. It's going to be under colors, CMYK color profiles. Nope, nope, nope. Corel. I may have to go to the cloud and pull it. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Okay, so let me go into 531.24 color. Let me go into, let's just pull up my OneDrive real quick and download it. I do sell these color profiles. Actually, this one, the one for Gildan, is actually over in T-shirt screen printer. So let me try that if I remember correctly. So let's go over into the group, and this is my group, which I'm never active in much, but there are some files in here. And if you go in here, you see that file, you can click that file and you can download it for free. And we'll just save it there on the desktop, will be fine. And there are all types of other things that are in here, like CMYK profiles and halftone cheat sheets and things like that. So, and we'll go ahead and take this registration mark file. We'll download that while we are in there also. Okay, so now we are able to import the file. Let's move this over here, and okay, we're going to import the file in 1 second, y'all. I have to check email really quick and do a quick email reply. How's everybody doing out there today? Okay. Let's go in here to document palettes. No, let's just go into open palette. Does not have me add create a palette from selection, create a palette from document. Okay, so this is where the palettes are actually at. We're just going to take this palette here, we're going to copy it because I want it to stay over. Well, let's just open it. Let's just open it. And there it is. So this is, now we have a Gildan color palette. Why is that so special? The Gildan color palette is so special because now whenever we click on something, we are now able to match up our shirt color. You can also do this with ink colors. I also have the Willflex ink color palette, so you can also bring in ink colors and whatnot. And let's say if you want to go here, by default here you have all of the colors of your t-shirts. I think I have a Next Level palette somewhere and a couple of other ones also, y'all. Okay, so now that we have that palette there in there, we're going to put that back on one row. Okay, and so now we have that. Let's just go back here and hit that to page. Okay, so now we have that row. Okay, so there's one more palette that you're going to need. Now here you may end up using your, the good thing about these palettes are actually going to be color separated. These are already, so when you are designing in Corel and you're doing vector steps, you need to be able, you want colors that are easily separated. These are 100% of value, which means that when you go to print and we click on separations, we have this sports gray and this berry. When we go to print preview, you see that this is already color separated. This makes perfect sense when you're designing something and you're designing with your regular RGB color palette or CMYK color palette. You're limited to just doing CMYK. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean, because I know that somebody's going to get lost with that. This is how you create your color separations really fast to where you are like just at the top of your game. Okay, so let's go over here to palettes and see, I need to open a palette. Palettes, default, document palettes. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm slow today. They've changed the wording, so it's kind of got me kind of thrown off just a little bit. Okay, so for example, let's open up our RGB color palette, which is here. And let's change that to that blue and that green. Now let's go over here and let's go to print. This is only the reason this is going to help you when you're doing just for your separations, right? So we click here and we hit separations, and here are our separations. CMYK. Well, we don't have CMYK colors here. So when you hit this preview, this is what happens. This is not perfect. This is not correct, right? Now it's pulling this yellow and it's pulling the magenta out of here, but this is not correct, okay? And if you do that, you're going to have separations that are not going to be correct. So let's hit cancel. And I could actually do it with something like a green, this blue, and go here and hit print and show another oh, I'm in the wrong, I clicked on the actual, let's do red and orange, something like this. Now I'm on RGB. I'm going to be on RGB. So you see that, how you have that gray? That's when it's going to make a difference. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, we know that, okay, we don't really need to worry about that color palette for so let's just unclick that color palette. Okay, so we have our Pantone color palette, and then we have our other color palette. Now we need a documents color palette, and I'm just gonna put something here and go here pink, and let's go into Dockers, and we should have I believe it's objects. Nope, that's not what we want, but we do want objects, but we want the object color palette. And let me see where that is. Okay, guys, where is the objects whoop. Delete this. Delete that page. And we're going to delete that page. Okay. So I got to find the color palette for here. When I click that. And I'm not finding it. Okay. So in palettes, it's not there. It should be, is it objects data? Nope, it's not objects data. Okay, so I'm having a slow moment. Okay. It's gotta be here in Windows, Dockers. I'm not. Document palette. There it is. How slow can I be? That's the document palette. Sorry, y'all. It's grayed out up there and I could not see it. So the document palette is right here. The document palette is down here. So this would be all the colors and things that I have clicked on as I'm going through whatever design is in whatever I'm using. So you definitely always want your document palette to be up. Reason being because if you're designing something and let's say you did a purple and then you say, oh, I really want to go back to that orange that I had, or which color orange was that? Now I've got that palette up. So now we have all three of these up and we're doing good. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, put it in the chat. Hey, lady. Hey, girl. Talking about those sewing patterns. Good morning, Ree. Good morning, Dimps. How are you? Dimps say she looking for them sewing patterns. Yeah, so if you're doing sewing patterns, then you definitely want to leave that. You want to leave that part up, right? Okay. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to know what color profiles I'm working with in here, y'all. And so in Corel. So I want to go in here and now I'm pretty much, I've got it how I want it to be. I'm going to start going in and customizing it and making it to do things that I like to do, right? So one thing that I like, let's go in here and I'm going to click over here on this side palette right here because this allows you to have things that on your side, on this side palette that you can easily get to. So let's click on a couple of things. So we'll have objects because, and I'll tell you guys what all those mean in a second. We'll go ahead and do pages. We'll do our find and our replace. Transform we don't need. Align and distribute, I use it all the time. We can't have everything on here, so we don't want to use everything, but we definitely want to have our scripts and we want to have our connect and our tray. Come on. Okay, now so we definitely want to have scripts, we want to have connect and the tray. We really don't have to have the tray, the connect, but the connect is the tray, so we do have to have it. So we don't have to have palettes on there. As far as this stuff here, we're not going to worry about. Align and distribute, that would be great to have on there. Okay. So this little side palette here, which is perfect for different things. So when we hit objects, this is going to help you work in layers. to where is if you're familiar with working in Illustrator, you're working layers. If you work in Silhouette Studio, you can work in layers. This allows you to lock things and have things on different layers. I rarely use my layers unless I'm creating a template for somebody. Then I'll use layers. Sometimes when I'm designing stuff and I'm doing an underbase, it's great if you're doing screen printing artwork and you want to do underbase. You can do everything else on one layer, do your underbase on one layer, or you could do everything on separate layers. So that's what layers is. Pages, this allows you to see the multiple pages that you have and to stroll through pages. Now, I do like to use my multi-view on pages a lot. So you'll see me use multi-view from the top layer a lot, but pages will allow you to stroll through different pages. You can use pages pretty much the same way as you use, close to the same way as you use layers, except for it's not going to be on the same page, so it's not the same, but it will allow you to do multiple things, especially if I have 4 or 5 designs or customers I'm working on. You can boom boom boom, right, go through those pages. So that's what pages is for. Find and replace will replace colors in a job. I just did a job the other day, and I think I did a video on find and replace. Trust me, this will save your life. If you have an object that has like 10 colors in it and you just want to change one color and you don't want to go in and individually change them. Let's say it has like 50 pieces of blue and you need to change those 50 pieces versus going in and doing all of them one by one. You want to use find and replace. Align and distribute. This is going to save your life. Do this all the time with line and distribute. Scripts, I'm going to show you how to do scripts and how to import those. And your tray, this is where the magic actually comes in Corel, is when you start to connect this for artwork. So we will do that. I guess we could go ahead and we can do that. So when you open, this is called Corel Connect. When you open your Connect, then you'll have favorites, recent, and all of that stuff. Of course, we don't have any because we're setting this up for the first time, right? So it tells you to find assets. You can start browsing through your content packs. Corel comes with this little content pack, and as you see, this is pretty much what I have in here. So let's just go here and let's hit add new. So if you want to add new, it tells you that you can expand your collection of assets, choose or create an alias, shortcut, to create a shortcut to a local folder. Let's see if what I have here. So I have pictures just for the sake of the video. I don't have all of my vector stuff in here. I'll create an alias here and we'll go here and I'll do pictures, and picture will be the folder. So now versus me going in and finding images or whatever, I can just go here and select pictures. Any picture that's in my computer, under those files, pictures is going to be here. This is great for like to put your SVGs or whatever you have over here. See how we just brought this in. Let's say that we have different design elements that we wanted to bring into a design. We can just bring those elements in to our design, start working, start typing. Makes it really, really easy, quick, and fast. Templates, anything like that. That's what this does, and it's awesome to use. Even, so even if I was working on something like this, I just bring that in, and there we have we can start editing this. Now these are JPEG images or whatever. So what you would want to do is have a file saved as SVG. Let me see if I have, and that'll be something that I will have to go in and create a folder for my, I'll have to go in and create that. So I won't really show, I'm not going to show any more to this in this video, but I'll come back and show it to you guys in another video. Okay, so now we have this stuff here, and then you'll be, once you, and you just keep adding new folders. So let's say if you wanted to add here, it could be anything, y'all, whatever folder you're working on. Let's say it's birthday designs or whatever. I have absolutely nothing in here because this is a new computer and I never put anything in here. So let's say I'll take my current jobs and let me grab those, and I'll put the things that I'm currently working on. So these are customers, things that I'm currently working on. And I could put that in there. Okay, so that's our Corel, that folder. Okay. Now, so I have scripts over here. I need to import any type of scripts that I want to use in over here, and let's see what is here with it. It's absolutely nothing. So I'm going to see if I could load. Let's go and find, let's see if I can find a macro to load up in here. Okay, I know what I want to do. I know what macro I want. So I do have, no, we'll come back to scripts. We'll come back to scripts because I wanted to go in, let's see here. Even though I have that there are some things that I do want to do over here in under options and customization. Okay, so at the very top here of my file menu, I have the file to open a new document, to this will also open a new, this is a new document, this is open a document, this is save a document, this is to open from the cloud, and this is to save to the cloud, and all of that. I like to add this collect for output button in here, which right there. This, what it does is it collects everything in your document and takes it and saves it to a file. So your Coreldraw file, a PDF file, if you want a PNG, whatever you want, a PDF, it takes the font, the color profile and everything, and groups it all up into one nice little zip file for you for whenever you open up something. So you definitely want that when you're designing. Great if you're sending stuff to people or if you're sending stuff from person to person. Okay, so let's go here and just kind of go down, and we already have import and export that comes on there by default. Do I want mail? I do want mail, and I will put mail right next here to there. It's not highlighted because it's not going to highlight until you were working in the program, but I do want to put mail there because I may want to send an email to somebody and just send it out to someone. Okay, so next I'm going to go down, down, down. All of these are already there. Publish to PDF is already up there. Save all, save to cloud. Search content. Search content is the same thing pretty much as this over here, but I do like to have it also up here. So that will open up my Dockers to help me look for vector stuff and all of that stuff. So definitely want to have that stuff on that top bar right there. That's under file. So now when we go into, let's hit OK. When I go into making text, I'm going to just type in Corel, because this is a Corel video. When you go into making text, you have these options up here. So it brings up a totally different bar for your text, which allows you to do certain things, such as you have, this is where your text is located. This is the size of the text. We can type in here and make that a certain size. You can lock it to where now it does not change the size. We can flip it. We can do it that way. So these are the things that you can do. Let's take it back to 0 and let's go back like that. Now we have all of our different fonts in here, so you get it. And then you have other little things here that'll pop up if it's available in the font. I'm gonna go back to Arial font for this demonstration. Arial, there we go. So we're going to go back to Arial font for this demonstration, and now I'm going to go here and I'm going to click plus over here, and I'm going to see if there's anything over here that I want, and I don't see. Everything is selected, so this is pretty much that menu. I might would want to do a fit to path from time to time. This opens creative shirts. This opens edit text. And so Corel has changed. So I have to go in and look at everything, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to go back up here to my color to options and customization. They've changed all of this. And I want to go in here because I don't see any options up there for me to like add a outline or anything like that to my text. So I want to be able to add the outline to the text without me going over here in the corner. I just like mine at the top. So we'll go here to File, we'll go Fill and Outline, and then now we have all of the options for the outlines that you can do, that you can customize and put up there. So I'm going to go down here and stroll through and find the one that I like to do. Okay, so we have here, we have outline color. This will allow you to choose a color of your outline. Here you have outline color 2. I don't like that one. Outline width. This allows you to choose the width of your outline. And let's see, outline pen. I don't want that one. So I think those are the two that I want. Sometimes I have to go through and make sure. 2 pattern fill. I don't need those. Uniform, vector. Don't need that right now. Okay. So we're good. Oh, I was actually going to put those at the top, y'all. Where is options? I was actually going to put those in there. You actually have to drag them to the toolbar while you're in there, which was, take those off. Outline, where'd it go? Once you set this up, it does take a while for you to get everything set exactly how you want it. But once you have it set, it's perfect and you don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so I'm going to put it right before the text. There's the outline there, and then okay, so that is the color, and then the width. The width I want the width right there. Okay, so now when I'm doing something, I've got right here where I can go in and it should activate. Come on, I need you to activate. Here's that, and then come on. I guess it's taking a minute to go in and activate. We should be able to change the color, y'all. We'll come back to it and see. Let's go here. It doesn't want to do it for me for some crazy reason. Yeah, it's not changing it for me. Hey babe, good morning. I'm on the camera, honey. Don't come in here and show all that goodness. Ooh, it sure looks good, baby. Keep doing what you're doing, honey. You gotta always make your man feel like he is the best looking thing on top of the world, honey. So I've been married. Will we be married? 26 years. Yep, that's how you do it. Like just like that. You gotta always. Babe, can you make some coffee? That's how y'all do it. But this one is working. And now we can change it and start to see some different stuff. This is not working for me, but that's okay. So we've pretty much got what I want under text. And hopefully that kicks in for me. Unless they've changed it to where it does not kick in. And a alternative to that, you actually don't even have to have that on there, because you can go here and if you right click on any color, then that will change your color for you also. But okay, so I've got that done for my text. There are some other things that I would like to add for when I'm doing images, and you have to, so whenever you're putting stuff in Corel, you have to, in order to get the certain menus to come up, you have to actually be in that menu. So we're going to go here to import, and I'm going to import a photo. And it can be any photo. See how that switches to the text menu, and when I click this, this switches to the photo menu. Okay, so there are some steps that I do when I am designing. Whenever I'm designing something and I bring something in, I bitmap, I check for the resolution, and this is our resample right here. So that's already highlighted. This is bitmap mask. This is wrap text and some other things. So I'm going to go into the image thing, and I want to go in and look at it. Okay, so I want to auto adjust, just kind of thinking of what the steps that I do when I am designing. Auto adjust or lighten and brighten. We want our colors. Okay, so let's go in here and pull up the stuff that I want to move up to here. And of course you also have this, so you can go in here and you can turn off things on here that you don't want on here. So for example, I never use a center line trace, so it's no need for me to have it, the center line trace. So, you know, no need to ever to even have that on there. Edit bitmap, bitmap mask, work text. Why is work text around photo on there? On this one, I'm not sure, but you know, hey. Okay, so let's go back in here, and I'm gonna go to objects, customization, and now I am looking for bitmaps. And so I want to bring in things from bitmaps. Let's see if I can find what I need. Adjust the arch strokes. I want clipboard. Okay, so this will allow me to easily convert the bitmap to CMYK with one click. So I do like CMYK and I do like my black and white. This will allow me to add a contour. We're not worried about that. We probably won't color transform on there. It's been a while since I've had to set this up. I'm trying to set it up just like my other one, y'all. I do want halftone, but I don't want it on there right now. I want to find don't want to do a quick trace. Well, we could do a quick trace, but I don't need to do a quick trace because that's already up there. I do like to remove the noise whenever I'm working on something. So I put remove noise before I even do the bitmap trace. And then here's the RGB. So I got CMYK RGB, and where is the blur? Smart blur. I do like to have smart blur. That's going to go over here at the end for different things that I like to do. Is straighten image already up there? Nope, it's not. So I want to do that. And I definitely want this tone curve up here, and I want it next to the CMYK. And if I want to add a vignette, which is like an outside border, like rounded and things like that, I definitely want that. I don't really play with watercolors and all of that stuff, but you could definitely do that if you want to work with the white balance in your image. We'll put that up there. So we got our tone curve. We have, did I put the half tone up there? Let's go back because we definitely want to have our half tone up there. Do I want selective color? I want replace color. And we'll put replace color here next to tone curve. So I'm putting things in order of how you actually do them when you're designing. And I will explain it in a second. Transform. Do I want transform on there? I don't. I don't want a technical illustration. I don't really add texture to things. Stones. These things are if you are stones and stuff like that, and adding texture and making spheres and softening and stuff like that. Smoke glass, that's for when you're heavily dealing with photographs, and I normally deal with my photographs over in photo paint, so I'm not gonna deal with that over here. I did put the tone curve. I am looking for half tones. We got our resample, we have our replace colors, we got our remove noise. Filter, pen and ink, pastels. Mesh warp. You know what? I'm going to put this mesh warp up here because I was thinking about you could use that mesh warp when you are wondering is, I think I could use, let's put manually inflate, because I may want to do like something where I do like the tumblers with the bubbles on it. So let's do that. Low quality image, logo. This is a logo trace. If you want to do a trace, we're going to leave trace where trace is. And I definitely want this invert colors up here because I do use that all the time. I'm not going to worry about inflating the bitmap. We are going to put this halftone up here and we are going to be done. Okay. We are good. We can click on clip art, which will open clip art. Might as well. Let's see, clip art, trace graphics. That no, that's not what that does. Oh, I need my color mixer. How could I not have my color mixer and my brightness contrast right here? And there seems to be an auto adjust. I never use the auto adjust. I normally just adjust it myself. So let's click that. Okay. So these are all the things that we have. We have this tool that will automatically brighten, and we can go in and adjust that. Let's turn that off. How do I get that there? So that's what that does. This will take off any speckles that are on your images, and then resample. We will resample that to 300 dpi. And you always want to use resample, and then you could go into your tracing. This is the bitmap mask. I rarely use that from here. I normally go up and use it there, but that's fine. This is text warped, and so I'm going to click here, and where text warp is, I'm going to take that off because I don't use that much. And so, and then move to front and back layers of stuff, you can leave that on there. So this is how you just kind of customize what it is that you're doing. Your channel mixer, this will open up and allow you to change the brightness and different colors within the channels, whether it be CMYK colors, RGB, and all of that. So you're using that in designing. There is another one that I appear to have missed getting, replace colors. This will replace colors in your design. So for example, we have this original here, and we wanted to replace it with, let's say, something like that. There we have it. So as you can see, as you're designing, and you can set, Corel is like so off the chain that there's a lot of things that you can go in here and do, y'all, to where it's gonna make your design work and your time being on the computer worth you going in and setting all of this stuff up. So then we have here, we have tone curve. Tone curve is great for removing colors out of things, but what tone curve does, it is specifically what it does when you are color separating CMYK images, which is something that I think Keisha was telling me she wanted to do some color separation with images. It will boom, 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 color separate your images to CMYK within you doing like 4 clicks. And that will automatically have your images color separated, right? For halftone printing, for doing like full lifelike photographs and things like that. So at some point we're going to get into talking about that. Okay, so that's tone curve. This is just to invert colors. You may want to invert colors. This will convert your image over to a CMYK image. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this CMYK right here. I actually want to move something. I want to move this over here if I can get it to go there. I gotta have that. I gotta have the. I see. I gotta have it open in order for it to let me do that. So I'm just gonna go back. So I'll go back and no, I'm gonna do it now because I'm actually setting this thing up for me to work. So I'm actually setting it up for me to work. So out of it. So I need it to be everything to be where I actually want it to be. So I want that there, and I'll move this to the end. So I want my brightness, and I actually want this to this side. So my steps are despeckle, lighten, resample. I don't want bitmap mask. I'm going to actually take that bitmap mask off of my quick toolbar because I'm just not used to it being in that position, but it would be good for you to leave it. So these are my steps for creating artwork. Lighten. Okay, so desaturate, not desaturate, despeckle, lighten, resample. Okay, and we're good. Then we can go into trace if we need to do that. Okay, we have our channel mixer here. We have our move things to front layers, move things back and forth to front layers. We have our tone curve. This is replace colors. This stuff here should be here. Okay. And this front and back layer, let's move that there, and let's move that, get that on over there. Okay, so now it's not messing with the scheme of things. So we're setting up our photos. So we got our channel mixer. We are missing something. White balance. Let's put that white balance right there. And CMYK, RGB, we got that one. And then we have our bitmap inflations and the things that we're going to do to our bitmaps. We're missing one thing right here in our colors. And I'll know it when I see it. Let me go in here and go to bitmaps. You can also find all of these things up here. This just makes it easier for me. Looking for something that I cannot find. Okay, so if I hit here, I'll go to effects and under adjust, this is what I want up there. So we got our auto adjust, our sample tone curve. We've got our replace colors. Our channel mixer is up there. This is what I'm looking for, my hue, because I would like hue to be right there. So let me go back in and you'll find what you like we have to actually be clicked here on that in order for me to be able to put it up there. So hue is what I'm looking for. Color transform, we already got that on there. D, E, F, G, H. There it is. There it is. We can't have all that other stuff and not have our hue and stuff on there, y'all. Okay. Okay. So now that is perfect. Okay. So now there are a few things I need in here. So in the event that I am working with text or vector artwork, when I have vectorized something, let's see, I need to bring in macros. And where do I want that to be? I want that to be on the very top bar. That bar does not change out from, so make sure that bar does not change out as I'm bringing stuff in. It changes and it just puts this few little stuff on there. So, but it's basically, it stays the same. So I definitely want to add some stuff to this top bar, which is going to be, now we're going to get into the good stuff. Okay. So I want to add a file, and let me see where the file is. Is it, okay, add some files. Okay. So let's go here. Okay. Okay. Okay, y'all. Okay, so what I want to do is, when I want to bring in some mock-ups, I want to have some places where I can just pop and bring that in, or bring in a I can bring my mock-ups in from over here, but I actually want to still have a couple of macros up here of scripts, things that I want to do. And so I got to find them first. So let me see if what I can do. Let's go here to, let's go back into options and go into customization. Okay. We'll go and do that in a second. Let's just make sure that everything else, that we've done everything else in here. So let's go here. We've got our dark theme. We've got our command bars. All of that set up how we want it. We have under commands, if you wanted any sharp keyboard shortcuts, you could set that up over here. I'm pretty good with this. I've got automatically update the document palette. I've got it set to one color when it is on. You definitely want to have no ink well click so that you can do that. And so that's all set up. So let's go here to our page size. We do not want to fill open curves. I want everything to come in as it is. I want my stuff to open up enhanced. I want my view to be a single page, and I want my offset right here at 25. On my page size, I'm normally opening up pages at 11 by 13, although 13 by 19, although I normally print at 11 by 17. So I'm going to change that because my films are, I believe, 11 by 17. So I want that to be changed. And you can open this whichever way you want. If you don't work in inches, you can make it in points or whatever. If you want to add a frame, I don't want to add a frame. I want my resolution to open at images at 300 dpi. If they're not at least 300 dpi, they're not going to open at 300 dpi though, y'all. Okay, so here we go. So here's a full layout. My background, I don't want a background here. If you wanted a background, you could change this to where it would be a solid color background. But white paper is fine for me for now. As a matter of fact, you could go with like a light gray or something like that. It probably won't update until I update it. A really, really light color would give you where you could see if you have white, if you open up a background that has white. So I'll use like that pale color. Okay, guidelines. If you need guidelines on document grid, 4 inches by 4 inches. All of this stuff here can stay the same. If you want rulers on or off, and what you want your rulers to be at in inches and all of that stuff. When you save a document, how do you want it to save? If you want to save in CMX format, I don't want it to save in the presentation format, so I leave that off. Save blends and extrusions with file. I do want to save rebuild blends and extrusions when opening the file. I'm going to save it with the file so that whatever I saved and I sent to somebody, I want them to just boom. Because if you do a blend and you don't save it, if you do a blend and you don't have that check to save it and you send that blend to somebody else, and they may not be able to use it. So there we go. And so that's pretty much that. And then here on open, what do you want it to say? Do you want to go just into the welcome screen, or do you want to start a new document, open an existing document, do nothing? I'm just going to say start a new document. That's fine. My undo levels is 150. That will allow me to go back 150 times. Very, very important. We already did this over here with the inkwells, and then here we're going to go into pick. We're going to treat all objects as fields, and shift key is just going to be our traditional Corel, which is going to be the Corel stuff. And then over here, your eraser, how thick you want the eraser to be when you click it, zoom, pan, do you want to zoom out, and all that stuff. I pretty much leave all of that stuff how it is. And then here, enable background task, if you want that enabled. If you have a laptop that has different processors for your graphics processor, you can select what graphics processor you want to use here. And as you see, we're going to use the Nvidia, right? And then this is what it does. And so that's that. For printing, it tells you here are some different things that will come on when you're printing. I don't really mess with any of this. File locations. This is just telling you where all of these different things are, where all of these different files are saved. So as you're building stuff, when you need to go in and edit some things in there, that's where you can find your files. And then file formats. These are the things that active file formats that Corel will bring in. So Corel will open AI files. It will open, these are all the types of files that you want to open Corel to be able to open up. And I don't really change any of this because I want it to be able to open up all of this. And then in here, there are some other things. So like, for example, the ICO file, I do create files. So sometimes I do want ICO files to be added over there into here. So hope that added that over there. JPEGs, images. So if you wanted a paint image to open, so this is where you would just go in and have this set to where it opens up all of these types of files. Anything that is not over here. There is a file that has been opening up on my desktop. I'm like, oh God, it's called a WEB. Let me see if I can get it to open this WEB file, because that is one file that drives me crazy. So in vector files, these are all the different vector file types that we will open: AI, Photo B, Coreldraw, CMX. So I forgot to tell you guys, so you can open up your Corel will open up DST files and stuff like that too. It'll open up your AutoCAD files, plotter files, all of that type of stuff. It will open. I do not see WMF, Windows Meta files. That's open in here. Text files, it will open up your documents. I'm looking for a Pacific file, and I'm not seeing it. I don't see that file, so I did not see that file that I was looking for. Let's go here to colors. So here is your color palettes. Your spot color palette is set right now to the Pantone color palette. You can change that, it's up to you, but like I said, I leave mine as that. And this is your user ID and credentials, and this is just your if you want to, how you want to save this stuff right here. And I haven't saved this yet, so at the very end I am going to save it. But there's something that I want to add, and let's see where it is. I'll just go here and do this. I want to add one more thing, and then that would have me probably okay once I add this one more thing. I'm going to add one more thing in these commands, which is going to be come down, and I want to do macros. So here, if you click this, it will give you this list of there we go. Outlines, bitmaps, standard user menus, macros. This is what I want to do. Okay, so where are the macros? Command bars. Let's go back to the command bar. Nope, it should be here. Okay, maybe they changed it and put it under scripts. JS scripts. Let's see what that is. User 1 scripts. Okay, that may be different. It used to be in my older videos, it would always be the macros, but looks like that's not the option. So let's see if we can browse here and go to maybe documents, Corel Cloud, nope, Corel content, Let's see if we can find nope. Okay. So the first thing I gotta do is find what I'm looking for. So let me find the path of what I'm looking for. So this is the path. The path is users, Latana, OneDrive, documents, Corel macros. Okay. So that's the path. Okay. So now let me just copy the path from over here. Let's see. OneDrive. Documents. Corel. Macros. Copy the address from over there, put it up here, and paste the address here, and see. Okay. Does not want to give me that path. Latana, personal, documents, Corel, macros, da da da. Why is it not accept game files? Corel, macros. Oh, I'm trying to bring in an ICO file. For what? For what? Where am I at? Okay, guys. Sorry, guys. My mind is kind of, y'all know, getting older. Forgot what I was doing. Okay, so what was I bringing in? A script for, oh, it's got to be named one script, script.1. That's not going to work for me. Okay. I need to bring in, why is it not allowing me to bring in a custom macro? Let me go back. Need to figure that out. Why are we not able to? Okay. So if it won't let me bring it in there, which is crazy. See, will it let me bring in a file? Okay, here's a file. Okay, cool. This will work. Okay, so let's bring in our let's bring in something from, let's go over here and let's figure it out what we're going to bring in. Over in Corel, we should have some templates. Let's bring in, make it easy to get to. Okay. Let's go here and ABBA files, color charts, color profiles, design files. This is online, so we could actually, this is where we need to connect our connect information to, which is going to be my design files. I didn't even know that this was on here. Oh, my OneDrive is on. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Latana personal. OneDrive design files. Okay. But what I want is to connect. Y'all bear with me. Gotta get this computer organized. I want to go into the Corel. Let me see here. That's how we gonna do this. I'm gonna find the file that I want. I want to go into Documents, into Corel, to the Content folder. No, into the Content folder and into this folder. And there's a job proof. Should be a 2024 job proof folder, a job proof file that I may have to do that at another time. Yeah. I have to put that up there at another time, y'all. I gotta think about it. But I can go over here now that I see that there is a folder with all of the designs, which I thought that I did not know that that was under Latana Personal OneDrive. Let's see here. Let's see. Design files. Boom. See if that adds it. Hopefully OneDrive is connected. So what I'm doing now is I'm attempting to connect all of the OneDrive files that's in a folder called Designs. I am connecting it over here. So that's going to take a few minutes for all of that stuff to populate, but all of that will populate, and hopefully I have not messed up and none of this deletes, because it's a lot. I should have saved this before I did that, y'all. I should have saved that before I did it. I don't want to start clicking on stuff now, because if I do, I'll be up shit creek. You do all of these things, you'll get Corel set up to where, as you see, it's still downloading. You'll get Corel set up to where it will work for you. This is going to conclude lesson 1. Once this does what it's going to do, it's going to probably take it a minute to download. And then everything will be set up. I'll come back and probably show you guys this, but I got a feeling that it may take it a minute to upload. Actually, I need to show you guys, hopefully I need to show you guys how to save this, because you have to go back up to your tools and go to customization, or is it Windows and customization, and then you have to actually save that file as, or else it won't open back up like this from now on. So you have to save it for you under a certain name in order for it to open back up. So I'm going to actually leave the computer up, and I'm going to go get me some coffee. If y'all want to hang out or come back, maybe I will be able to go back in and splice this once it's done, to kind of make a full video. So I'm going to have to leave it up right now, y'all, while this all does what it's doing. And I'll come back in the room after it has done what it's doing, by the time I get some coffee, or y'all take a break. All right, be back shortly. Where is my glasses?
Hey, bro.
Hey, did you go get coffee?
That's what I'm getting.
Okay, bring me a cup and bring me a bear claw.
Burklaw.
You know what I'm talking about. What's the thing called?
That's what it is. I think. Apple fritter or something.
Yeah, bring me an apple fritter.
Alright.
Thank you, baby. Well, this is taking forever. I'm just gonna cancel this. It's gonna take me forever. Just cancel it down. Mm-mm. No. No. Well, let's not cancel it. We're to continue. I do not want you to close Coreldraw, honey. Oh, God. Note to self. Save your artwork, save your work before you start importing the files into there. Come on, Corel. Do what I need you to do, baby. Okay. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes. There goes Square trying to give me some money, y'all. Baby. Oh, I got some caps came in. Let me grab those. Oh, there it is. It's gone. Okay. Oh, no, it's not. Well, here goes nothing. Let's see what the task manager says. Come on, Corel. It's been stuck too long, y'all. I'm gonna shut it down. I can fix it. Just shut it down. Bring it back up. I remember at one time I hit to save it as default, but I'm not sure, so we're gonna see. There it is. It did. It saved it because I set it as that default. It did not save everything though. Cause it did not save. Let's see. Nope, it did not. Dang. Well, I gotta go back in and do that because I definitely need those pieces. Oh, there. So let me just go back in and save everything really quick. Y'all already saw me do it, so I'm gonna go through here pretty fast and put everything in here that I need. Okay, so my collect for output. What's going on up here? What toolbar is this? What's that doing up there? Okay. So now let's go back in. Okay. That's crazy. Okay, so let's go in and do this real quick. Commands. Need everything to be medium. And then that stuff there is fine here. I want to put collect for output right there. Emails, that right there. That's already on there, and that's good for that one for file. Okay. So under bitmaps, good, it did change it. Okay, so under bitmaps, let's go into my CMYK. RGB. PQR. RGB. Black and white, which is my invert. Was the here we want tone curve. We want net over there. Slow lean, white balance, watercolor vortex. Unsharp trace. Texture, technical line. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Smart blur. We'll have you up there. Just going back now, putting the things back up here that I did earlier, y'all. Selective color. Want that there. We actually don't want selective color. We want replace color. I'll take that one out. Definitely want to remove the noise. Okay. Where is the brightness? Hue, lightness, saturation. Invert color should go there. Halftone also goes down here. There's the grayscale, which should go up there with the CMYK and RGB. Halftone we already put up there. Frames we're not worried about. We could do a Gaussian blur too. Seems like I've seen way more stuff this time than last time. Okay. But I still need my adjust. Brightness, brightness, brightness. There we go. My brightness, okay. Brightness, saturate. Okay. Okay, hue, color replace. Okay, so this and this. Okay. Ripple, target, balance, scatter. Okay. I think we are good to go with this stuff. Okay. Objects data. Let's go back and put this stuff here on, which we want the objects panel on our line. We're not worried about the fit path. We want our connect tray, our scripts. Everything else we can do without. Come on, why are you doing all of that? Okay, so that's good. Okay, where's the scripts? I didn't click it. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now we need to load, and okay, now I'm back on track. I need to go into and find these. Okay, so those are for the color profiles. That's not what I need right now. need those macros. And let's see where they were. They were in Coreldraw. They were in Latana Personal, OneDrive. Don't see them. Don't see them. AVBA files, app files, documents. Corel, macros. Wants to just do the same damn thing. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put these macros on this desktop, cause you gonna open. Here is the damn file type, which is that's the problem. It's not keeping it on this device. So let me keep it on the device. This is a color space that you can save also, which is a color space that and I'll go download this and keep that on the device too. Let me see what's in here on the templates. I need that to stay on the device too. Okay, so this here, keep on the device. Okay. Now maybe I can okay. Now I should be able to get this damn macro in here. Scripts. Script editor. Okay. It will not, so it just no longer has, when you go to tools and you hit, it just no longer has tools. It has, you can open it. You just have to go here to load. See if it pulls up now. If it doesn't pull up, I'm just going to drag and drop it over into the where I want it to be. Yeah, it's not showing. I need you to show all, and it's not. Don't want you just to go there. Okay. So, I know what I'm going to have to do now. I'm going to open up the file that I'm looking for, and I'm just going to have to drag and drop it in there the way that I need it to be. So, documents, and do it like this. Oh, excuse me. Select all of this and to move it, I'm just gonna move it to my desktop. Damn that. Cause I ain't gonna keep on looking for it, so I know that I got it. Click on the desktop and find it now. Nobody asked you for that. Okay. I forgot that when I put something in here, it goes all over the place in here. Damn. Here we go. So let's go here. Corel macros. Corel content. I'm just going to move all the ones that I need. Put this over there. And put all these in one file. Even those registration marks. This will be stuff that I will use. I think that's it. Let's see. More options, new folder. And I took it and put it in there because I set it to put all the new folders and new stuff in there to where I have to drag it out. Now, why did you do that, girl? Okay. Right now. So this should give me all of the macros. Okay, so I'll move it on another desktop. Let's see. It's not gonna let me bring it in there because it's not gonna bring it into a Vista project. Okay, so I know what I need to do. Let's go new macro project and see. Nope. Okay. So I'm gonna go to find this Corel 2021. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go find you over here. Let's go to C drive, program files. Go to 86. So we gotta find the Coreldraw files. Okay. There we go. Corel. Ain't it? And it should not be there. So it's got to be in the regular files, Corel files. I'm just not looking good. There's no way I'm looking good. Nivea, online files, common files. It could be in common files. Here it is. Corel 21. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go in. I'll get it in here this way, y'all. Corel. Let's go to draw. Here's a GMS file. Crazy. Because they're not coming up. Why are they not coming up? They're already in here. There's the wizard. There's everything that's supposed to be in here. Huh. That's weird. They're already in here. Okay. Okay, Sadie. We gonna figure out something. Because we already got those same files in there. Why are they not coming up? Maybe if I import something over there, it will show. So we got the calendar wizard, we have the color chart, we have convert all to curves, we have, let's put in these marks and see, continue. (2024) vector SEPs. Nope, that does not say that. That says 2020. I have so many different files, y'all. That should be working. Why in the hell are we not seeing it coming up over here in scripts? Okay. Must have something to do with the 2011 version. New macro. So you guys have changed the way this works. Is that what's going on? Wait. Okay. So you only allow me to load .cgs files now. Okay. So I need to figure out where the script files are being put in. Let me start recording. Okay. It's going to be test. See if it saves this script over here. Okay. So let's see if this test script is saved. See what happens. put the circle. Huh. Will not allow me to bring in. It's not showing my scripts, y'all. I don't know what's going on. It might be hard for me to use. I gotta figure this out because this is crazy. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. Why? Why? Okay. Okay. Do I need to download the Visual Basic editor? Okay, so Windows 11. It works in everything else. But scripts is not working here. Well, let's think about it. Let's think about it, T. Okay. Why would... Okay, maybe there's a folder called GMS now. Let me see. Baby, it seems like Corel has removed some stuff. Thank you, honey. You look good. What you got going? Okay. Okay. Maybe I'm totally looking in the wrong place. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place for... Maybe they have moved. There's one thing about it. I hate when they move stuff. Okay. Maybe there's a folder now called GMS. I've definitely seen it before. Corel do this kind of stuff. I think they're trying to make it hard for you to run your own macros now. Okay, these are dealing with the tone curves, the photos, the brushes, and all of that. So it's not under there. There's a GMS folder. And that's the folder that everything's in. Okay. It's not pulling from it. Why? Why, Corel, are you not pulling from the GMS folder? TPL files. Why are you not pulling from the GMS folder? Let's see. They had to change something on me. DDLs. pulling from the GMS folder. Global macros is on the outside of the folder. Could that be? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. That the global macros will be outside of the folder. Edit. Okay, let's take this edit, copy, and place it outside the folder. See if that puts it over there. Close the scripts and open them back up again. Nope. It did not. This is crazy. Fuck. Okay. I got put a whole folder called GMS in here. Now, how would you do import that? But you can't import the folder. Now that's crazy. There's some crazy stuff going on. Unload the macro. That's crazy. It's not even showing me. Too many damn desktops on this computer. Oh, I need to get up out of here. I done loaded up so much stuff. Y'all know what? I'm gonna have to go on here and think about some things and figure out some things, because something is not I'm just gonna save everything here as default and go in here and under workspaces. Let's export this workspace. Have it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here so I can figure out what's going on, because this is crazy.